top. 800. It's 800 shield, 800 health or shield, or no health and 200 shield, and I downed him by myself.
Dang, Daniel, back with the white vans.
So I'm not threatened of him.
When he died, they boosted his health to like 1,000,000. That'd be really cool though. Not that well, yeah, it'd be really cool if you could be like an Avenger. You know, pick what you wanted to, who you wanted to be and stuff. Like they just made an alternate like version of Spider-Man that really wasn't Spider-Man. Are you playing Vampyr?
Yeah, Vampyr.
Well, who cares about the Spanish name?
It's locked.
I like to call it Flahampu.
Flahampu?
Puto.
Puta.
Foot's the foot and poop. Ah! I got the best guns to die with.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm playing Fortnite. Since we're talking about Fortnite, I just had to do it one last ride. I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got loyalty. I got morality. Oh! Get him! Oh! Oh! Killed 2 people. I guess my pronus is kind of getting back to me. Oh, that was a little scary. Dude, they were on me like lava. Both of them were teaming up on me, dude. That was kind of sad that they beat me.
I like my character's eyes. It's blood red.
Can you customize your character?
No.
Aw, well then I don't know why I'm gonna buy it. I was gonna buy it, but...
Dude, oh no, dude, his power is fucking cool.
Oh. Huh. Can you like upgrade your Vampyr?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Is it like... Ooh.
Oh.
What?
Fuck me sideways.
What?
I resetted everything.
You just ended everything?
No, I resetted everything. Fuck me.
Well, like your stats and everything, or the game?
Yep, all my stats.
Well, does that trigger you?
Yeah, because now I have to figure out, I don't know what the fuck all I had.
I'm stuck. I'm actually... Are you freaking kidding me? Like how I'm still alive. Dude, I went ham on some people. If I can win here. Gotta stay calm. Let my booty hole do all the work. I like how people on YouTube, John, are saying in like 3 years, the new gaming style is just gonna be VR. They're not making any more consoles, but that's so not true. PlayStation obviously said that they were making a PS5, which, you know, they're retarded. How would you feel, John, if the gaming turned into VR? Like, there was no more consoles in the world. I'd be a little violated, I'm not gonna lie. Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's locked, all right.
Hello.
Gilbert. Hey, John.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
Oh, you little Billy goat.
The
When you're
ambulance
playing a
driver for the
game
shit
and
out
you
of
go
the
to a
hospital.
That's
basically
quite a
ranked
blunt
competitive
introduction,
match,
Mr.
and you deal with the
You can
fact
call
that
me
you have a
Luton.
group of
I
fucking
like to speak my mind,
retards
Dr. Reed.
playing
Proud of the job. Don't judge
against
me,
the whole
and I won't
fucking
judge
stack
you.
of people
I'm not
who
sure
are
I
in a party
understand.
themselves talking.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a
On
gun can't be used as a
more
surgical
babysitting
instrument.
everybody else on your team than playing the game.
I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Why did he leave?
Another night of the glorious battalion of Vampyr.
Still standing after this epidemic? There's good reason to be proud.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls? When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
I will not let you down, my
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Doctor.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
I cannot enter.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
Ooh.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
She's a fucking vampire. What?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern.
Hey,
Where's
John.
Dr. Swansea?
In that game, can you
Please,
like mess
calm
with people's
down,
mind to make them do
I
stuff?
assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm
Ooh,
just back
like
from
a true
war duty.
vampire right there.
Did you ever see the
How
first
brave.
Blade movie?
Threatening an old defenseless woman.
Blade?
You know
Yeah.
how long I've been a patient here?
Yeah, I've seen half the first one.
Alright, do you know at the end of the movie
Harry
where he
Jones.
those his serums at
I've been meaning
the
to have
dude
a
and he
chat.
explodes?
You know what goes on here better than
I can
any
do
other
that to people in the
patient, I
game.
gather.
Oh,
Better
I can
than
make
any
them
patient
I can make
nurse
their
or doctor.
their blood boil and then
I've seen
explode.
so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings on.
I'm live on YouTube right
Just
now
in
if you
case
want to
of
watch, and I can show you
blackmail.
what all his powers do.
Blackmail? Wait.
oh heck yeah.
You're
Dude, this game's
Coming
really
right now.
this game's dope.
This isn't a social call.
I don't know
Coming
why
right
we haven't
now.
gotten that
Cuts
sooner.
to the poor sod's vein.
Mm.
Oh.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
There's actually no delay, John.
What do you mean?
There's no delay. Like I can see what you're seeing right now. Oh my gosh.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Did you name your character Jonathan?
I have met
No,
Lady
it's automatically
Ashbury.
his name.
She's a
that's
fascinating
so
woman.
funny.
Wouldn't you agree?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood? A part of me is thinking I've been played.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
This game looks amazing,
Nah,
by the way.
I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Vampyr. You can upgrade your weapons using workbenches, which are available in every hideout. Fucking tiger!
I'm gonna slap you.
Why?
I don't know. Dude, when I told my mom about the digital thing, she made it sound like, oh, it's like I'm getting it today, but I don't know. It'd be nice, John, it really would. When you died, she came in with like $100 gift card, here you go! I'd be inside. Well, I would jump up and down like a schoolgirl.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Fuck me up. Okay, I like that. I made his body freeze, he couldn't move.
So is your character like a vampire, but like a vampire hunter too?
Yeah. I'm a doctor.
That's a little... Oh wow.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
What the fuck is that thing?
What sort of creature is this?
Oh my god.
That blood, bitch. Oh, dude, I'm goddamn important.
We're back real quick.
Alright.
Yep.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Look at it!
It's locked, all right.
Wow, so for the common cold, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Wow. What are those ones? Migraine, headache. Okay.
I have this thirst for blood.
Your name!
I cannot enter.
This is no place for you, sir.
It's locked.
This is no place for you, sir. Are you bloody stupid?
I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh.
This one's a top!
Speedo man, Speedo man, who doesn't love Speedo man?
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. It's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this game.
So I can make people's blood boil in their bodies and explode them.
remember that episode at all.
I think I do.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in
Yeah,
a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually,
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. No one's there.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me, just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Don't. Please, I don't have your money.
Protection against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your false faith. Imprisoned by...
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
It's locked, all right.
Alright there, mate.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson's son, but Colossus Joker most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
It's confidential. Speaking as a doctor, I'm sure you understand.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. It's locked. Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Best run along home, sir. Not a safe place right now. God walks with me. Away with you! Eat this!
Against malevolence and trickery.
Step away, sir. Don't come any fucking closer.
Step away! A leech! A leech!
Oh, fuck off.
share. Hey, leeches! Murdering bastard!
Not exactly a treasure chest. A battered box. A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
What the fuck ever.
Trust the leech, boys! Kill it all! Fuck, it's fast! Bloody leech! Oh, that's smart!
Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not to give you another beating, Larry.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
I cannot enter. Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Would you like me to revive you? Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye, then. It's locked.
The walls of your home will not protect you. For there is no protection against.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nithercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
It's locked, all right.
No, why?
Okay. Because I have too many pizzas out there, and I'm not sure if you can get them right away, but if you wanted them, you can have them.
Why are you not gonna eat both of them?
I'm probably gonna eat both of them.
Oh.
If you decide you don't want them. Just not like that.
I'll probably take one.
Okay. I'll still make it.
Rosman, can you hear my voice? I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding.
What?
How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Alright. I guess I'll take them. Thanks. Alright. So this is really cool. Like, I chose not to...
We've lost the pulse.
Help him alone.
He's gone, Doctor.
Oh, he died.
We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went?
No, he was already on the
Piling up
table.
one poor corpse beside the next.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Oh, this one stinks already.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.